Hello and welcome to a new episode of We Are the World Games. Today will be a very special episode as we will speak about matters much more serious than usual. My guest is Illia Shevliak. He is the president of the Sports Committe of Ukraine. Hi, Illia.
Hi, Philip. Glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you, and thanks for taking the time to speak with me. First of all, today, exactly 1 month and one day ago, the Russian invasion of Ukraine started. And just tell me quickly, where are you at the moment, and how did you experience the last weeks personally?
Well, I stay in Kiev. I stay with my Ukraine, like other men who are defending the country. And first of all, I would like to thank you, IWGA, not just for the wish to see me and to hear something from Kiev, but first of all, for the position that IWGA has taken. It was very important for us that IWGA was one of the first international sport institutions that took tough position as to invasion of Russian Federation to Ukraine. We do appreciate it very much because it's a good example for other international sport federations to take such decisions and to show that they have reaction for the aggression act that Ukraine feels now.
Thank you, Illia, for saying that. And actually, it has many people always say sport and politics should not be mixed, but of course they have always been mixed all times. And things have changed a little. I think things have changed with the Black Lives Matter protests, and they have changed now that politics is much more present in sports. Do you see like these signs, like the ban of Russian athletes? Is this more than just words? Does it really help your situation? Does it help the people in the Ukraine?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. It helps, and I always was sure that sport is not out of the politics. It's just the words, because sport is a channel of influence. It's like a sphere where via sport we can show the results, the development of the country, and at the same time, like in our situation, the sport is the field that then can also show the world reaction to the actions of Russian and Belarusian action to Ukraine, towards Ukraine.
And do you think, is it appropriate at all to speak about sports in the world of sports in a situation where many athletes have already joined the fight and are defending their country, and people are dying every day?
Well, you see, in this regard, sport is not out of Ukrainian struggle for its independence, and it's not the words. We are struggling for our independence, for our will, for our future, and sportsmen are not a part of the process. I just tell you some statistics. Yeah, I will not tell the names. But I will tell you that among 96 athletes that are qualified for the World Games to be held in Birmingham this year, at least 30% are struggling either in armed forces or in territorial defense, as we call, in their cities where they stay. And it's men, yeah, because half of this 96 athletes are men, and more than 30% of men are really struggling for Ukrainian independence. They are staying in armed forces or in territorial defense, and others are volunteering. All federations that are in the program of World Games are doing what they can do to help the country. Some is fighting, someone is fighting, some others are volunteering, helping each other. At least in all federations, we have sportsmen that are standing for Ukraine. And I tell you more, some of them are officially recruited on their choice to armed forces. And of course, unfortunately, I have to say that some sportsmen are already murdered. We know at least 12 cases when they were killed because of direct hostilities or by bombing. And the last case was in Mariupol. Young sportsman, gymnast was killed because of bombing. All the federation, all. It's, you know, it's really example when the country is united, and we can see it, and it very motivates all of us. We are motivating each other by ourselves, by our experience, by our motivation and willingness to do what we can. As to the sportsman, there's a big problem with training process, to be honest, because it has been stopped at all. Some sportsmen, as I told before, in armed forces or in territorial defense, others cannot train. The infrastructure has been destroyed, and there's no possibility for those who are in, so to say, hot places to continue training. Our champions, world champions, who are qualified for the World Games, who are living in Kherson, at least, they cannot go to the sport infrastructure and to continue their training. They have families there, and in spite of this, they continue to do what they can. They are trying to volunteer, to help people, to have to help some people who are in need. And in this regard, I'm coming back again to the IWGA's position. For us, it's not. It is so important to feel it, and at the same time, we had concrete assistance from the IWGA. We have received 5,000 euro for the fund that we call Team Ukraine, and this money we will use next week to buy body armor for those who are defending Ukraine.
So for everybody watching this, we will post this the bank account, the connection in the description of this video. So if you want to donate money to especially to the sports organization of Ukraine, you can do this via this way. So, but I'm happy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's the least we can do. And but I'm happy to hear that sport can provide some kind of solidarity within Ukraine and also across borders between the athletes. And is there the federations, the sports federations, can they also help in connecting athletes, connecting the people of Ukraine in the struggle in your situation?
Yeah, sure. We have a lot of examples. When the colleagues from other states suggested to have families, to have sportsmen in their states, to provide them some places to live. We have examples when the federations of other countries provided the places where our sportsmen can train, and they do it. And actually, we are planning to do in next month to organize some trainings for our qualified sportsmen who can do it in other states, because in Ukraine it's quite dangerous. There's also some example when our qualified sportsmen from Mariupol, I'm happy that they are alive. but they have a really psychological problem. They are not thinking about training at all. They are just shocked because they have relatives there. They do not have the context, even they do not hear at least 10 days from their families that stayed there. One of the athletes came 2 days to Kiev from Mariupol, and we are trying to do our best to provide some psychological assistance. And this is also a question, how to be prepared, not only trained for the World Games, but how to be prepared mentally.
And I have another question. Millions have already left the Ukraine, and I'm sure there are many athletes that have also fled the country. Are you in contact with athletes or sports people who have left the Ukraine?
Yeah, sport is like a family everywhere, and the family not only inside the country, but also a big family that unites sportsmen from other states. And those who left the country, those who are trained in other countries, they are in contact and they are in collaboration with the colleagues from the federations in this kind of sports.
So thank you very much, Illia. I hope very much that we will see you soon and we will see a full team of Ukrainian athletes this summer in Birmingham. And I also hope that the sport can somehow help you to keep up your spirits for all the people in Ukraine. Thanks a lot for the interview. And yeah, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Philip. Glad to see you. All the best. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help and assistance. Bye. Thank you.